Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Mahabharata535. As you may remember, Yudhishthira was asking Kunti why he should make oblations for a Sutaputra. She took a deep breath and said, Yudhishthira, you must do it because Radeya is a Kshatriya. He's not a Sutaputra. Not a Sutaputra? Radeya, not a Sutaputra? Shouted all of them, all at the same time. The cry was taken up by everyone there. Radeya was a Kshatriya. Radeya was not a Sutaputra. Everyone was amazed to hear it. Yudhishthira said, but mother, you knew not a thing about Radeya. How do you know that he's a Kshatriya? Then you must know who he is. Why should I offer funeral oblations for Radeya? I'm puzzled by your words. Tell me, mother, who was the father of Radeya? Kunti said Radeya was the son of Surya. Radeya's mother was a young girl. Surya gave her this child. It was born with the kavacha and the kundalas. His mother was afraid of the censure of the world. You see, she was a maiden in her father's house. So she had to keep the secret buried in her heart. She placed the child in a wooden box and set it afloat on this same river, Ganga. The child was taken up by Atirata, and he gave it to his wife, Radha. That's how he got the name Radeya, and that was the name he loved. He would not take any other name. His mother was a princess. She did this injustice to her firstborn. She had several children, but her heart is empty because of this. Yudhishthira and all the others were listening to this recital. Everything else was forgotten in the excitement of listening to this wonderful story. Yudhishthira said, Mother, who is the mother of Radeya? Who is that woman who was so heartless that she could abandon her child in the great river Ganga the moment it was born? Who is the woman who ruined the life of this great man? You must be knowing her since you're telling us all the details of this crime. Who is she, mother? All eyes were turned on her. Kunti looked at all of them. She looked at Krishna. He was looking at her with infinite pity in his eyes. Kunti looked straight into the eyes of Yudhishthira and said, That woman is still alive. I am that woman. Radeya was my son, my firstborn. She fell down in a dead faint. Vidura hurried to her side, even as he did on the day of the tournament, when she fainted at the sight of Radeya. Yudhishthira could not think at all. He stood staring at all of them. He kept repeating, Radeya is my elder brother, and we've killed him? He looked at Arjuna. Arjuna rushed to him. He cried out, What have I done, my lord? What have I done? How can I live after this? I have killed my brother, I have killed him. Arjuna could not stand up. He sat down on the ground and he was shouting as one bereft of his senses. I've killed my brother, and I gloated over my brother's death. He fell down in a faint. Krishna came to him and Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira's grief was dreadful. He was trembling like a man with an ague. His eyes became bloodshot. Bhima sat down beside Arjuna. He was too stunned to think. He was like a child which had suddenly become old. Bhima thought of the day of the tournament. He remembered the moment when he had just discovered that Radeya was a Sutaputra. Bhima had said, Listen, you, a Sutaputra, are not fit to be killed by Arjuna. You're not fit to hold a bow in your hand. Get thee hence and take up a whip, which will suit you better. Bhima remembered Duryodhana's words. He had said, As for this young man, it makes me pity you for your lack of understanding. Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.